Flying gives me freedom, and bodybuilding gives me strength. Both make me feel alive, both fuel my spirit, reminding me that the sky is not the limit, it's just the beginning. I'm Ashton Penney, and I am Dragon Pharma. Hi guys, I'm Ashton Penney. I'm proud to announce I'm the newest Dragon Pharma athlete. Today we're at the Empowered Gym. I'm going to be answering a few questions and we're going to be doing shoulders today. So who is Ashton Penney? Ashton Penney is more than an athlete, more than a fitness model. Ashton Penney is someone that wants to achieve everything she can in life. I would describe my personality as someone that's passionate, outgoing, and dedicated to everything that she wants to get done in life. It's what led me to being a pilot. It's what led me to traveling. I believe we have one life, and I don't want to just end up at the end of the day not having done everything I possibly could have done. I want to be able to see everything, experience everything, and achieve everything I possibly can. When did I get into bodybuilding? I got into bodybuilding whenever I was 20 years old. Before that, I was a track athlete. I did that in high school and college. And once that was over, I wanted something more to do after and something else to continue being competitive with. So I found bodybuilding because I love trying to push my body and achieve something more. So I got into bodybuilding when I was 20, and from there I did my first show in bikini. And after that show, I switched over to wellness. When did I start bodybuilding? I began bodybuilding in 2019, and then my first wellness show was 2020. From there, I went to do my national show in 2021. It was a whole mess trying to train through the pandemic, but we made it, and I got my pro card at Junior Nationals in 2021. And from there, I kind of took a little break so I could focus on my pilot stuff. But now I have my commercial license, and I'm ready to get back into competing. And my return show is going to be this summer. So I chose Dragon Pharma because I actually began my bodybuilding career with them. I knew that for my first show back, I wanted this amazing team behind me. And I knew that the product fit into my lifestyle perfectly. They have great flavors and the ingredients are the best in the industry. So I knew that Dragon Pharma was going to be the place for me. My life has been more private over the past 2 years as I've been working on my pilot's license. So I'm super excited to share all this exclusive content with you with my return to stage. You'll be able to see the ins and outs of my workouts, my personal life, and everything leading up to that moment. Okay, before we get started with shoulders today, I'm going to take my pre-workout. I'm going to do the Venom Inferno. This is Dragon Pharma's super pre-workout. This is super, super strong, so I'm just doing half a scoop. The flavor on this is amazing. It tastes kind of like strawberries, so it's super good. I would recommend anybody that is trying this for the first time definitely do half a scoop because it is very, very potent. And before I forget, make sure to like, subscribe, and also leave your comments in the comment section and any suggestions you have for next videos, because we'll be reading those and we'll put them in the next video. And to start, I'm going to start with dumbbell raises. I like using these first to kind of get a pump and get things warmed up. Whenever you do these, I like to, at the top of the exercise, kind of roll your wrists out. You want your pinkies up to really engage your shoulders. I usually keep my rep ranges for all of my upper body workouts kind of higher reps because, you know, for wellness, we don't want our upper bodies to be too big. You want that not really a balance. You want your legs to be a lot bigger, so. I feel like I'm starting all over again for the bodybuilding. A little backstory. I took a break from competing for 2 years because I was working on my pilot license. I wanted to make sure that I was completely focused on that and I wasn't really wasting my time and I got through it quick as possible because, you know, with prep you get brain dead, so I was trying to avoid that. And then I just got my commercial license, so I was good to go and get back into everything. And then of course life takes its tolls and I tore my hamstring like 10 weeks ago. So I haven't been able to do any lower body So I feel like I'm starting this all over again, but good thing you're here for like the whole comeback journey of it. Next, I'll do shoulder press with the dumbbells. I'll usually do this one with both of them, and then I'll do like a set or two unilateral so I can make sure I really get both exercises on each shoulder. So for shoulder press, I usually do 4 sets, and I again try to keep the reps higher up there, and I do like 15 to 20 reps per set. My feedback from my shows previously when I was competing was to not get my upper body any bigger, because you do want that unproportional look for wellness. So I've cut back a lot on my upper body training. So I used to do like 40 pounds on dumbbell press. Now I'm down to like 20. So with getting smaller, it gets a little bit weaker, but we want to keep that look. And another critique I'd give people on dumbbell press, I see a lot of people that when they press, they try to go and hit the dumbbells in the middle. Try to keep them out wide. That has a better flow for the range of motion. So next I'm gonna do triceps. I usually mix up triceps with shoulders since they're both push movements. So with this, again, I'll do about 4 sets, like 15 reps. Then going back to talking about my show, we kind of had a game plan about which show I was going to do this summer. But of course, the tearing my hamstring kind of messed that up. With my body type, I lose weight very fast, but I also gain weight very fast too. So since the injury, I probably lost about 20 pounds so far. And being in bodybuilding, I'm sure everybody knows that's like just feeds even more into your body dysmorphia, and that's already a huge thing for bodybuilders is the body dysmorphia. We'll walk around looking good, and then we think we look bad in our heads, but just nonsense. But now with that, I have to put on more weight, probably for a couple months, and then we'll start looking into shows again and do a prep. My preps usually last like 12 to 16 weeks, so not too bad, because I usually keep kind of a tighter look. I don't usually go like way overboard. And next we're gonna do overhead cable extensions. I choose this variation for the dip type movement for triceps, because if I do dips on like the bench or like overhead with the weight, I think it's the angle or something that I do it at. I injured my elbow before, and my elbow doesn't allow me to do it that way. So this variation I found I'm able to. So that's another important thing with finding the right exercises for yourself, depending like on your injuries or how your body moves. Some will be better than others. So for me, I like this one. And again, on this one, I usually keep the rep range 15 to 20 and then 4 sets. Also on this exercise, people really only focus on the pull movement. The movement down and really holding on to the weight as you go down is super important too, because that's gonna help build your muscle and help with your ligaments so you don't pull stuff and end up with injuries. Okay, next up, I'm gonna be doing the Smith machine shoulder press. On this exercise, you want to keep your hands kind of out where you have a 90-degree. So you're not inside, because it'll activate your triceps more. So on this one, keep your hands out, and then same again, the high rep range for me, for wellness training, I prefer, so that I still get the lean and hard looks, but I don't get the overly muscular look. So I get a lot of questions about my split and how I train, kind of like my training style. So usually my weekly workout looks like 2 days for upper body and 3 days for lower body. I'll start usually with quads, and I'll mix in like a little bit of touches on glutes. And then the next day I'll do shoulders and triceps. And then after that, I'll go back around to hamstrings, and I'll do hamstrings with glutes. And then I'll go to back and biceps. And then now I kind of changed my training style because my quads are more dominant. I'll throw in an extra hamstring and glute day before I hit quads again. So usually it'll be the hamstrings and then the quads and then hamstrings again with the glutes mixed in. I have my training set up that way because I am less dominant in my glutes right now compared to my quads. So to bring them up, I kind of add an extra emphasis on them. And in doing that, it does take a strain on your training because you want to make sure that you're recovered. So if I could give anybody like any recommendation, any type of tip, it's going to be to really, really focus on your recovery. I would say my lack of focus on my recovery is why I probably pulled or tore my hamstring. And due to that, in the long run, you take a toll on your training because, like, look at me, I lost 20 pounds and I've had to be out for 10 weeks. When if I would have prioritized recovery and stretching, and key thing I like now is yoga. Yoga is like amazing for training and the recovery part. But with that, I'd say just like make sure you have your recovery because that's going to be the biggest thing in bodybuilding and biggest thing in training. Because if you're not recovering, you're not going to be able to train, you're not going to be able to create new muscle tissue and work on your goals. Okay, this is the last exercise. For this one, I have been using this as my finisher for a very long time. It's a shoulder, like a lateral raise circuit. So with this one, you're going to count down from 5 reps all the way down to 4 reps on each side. And when you're doing that, the opposite side, you're gonna hold up. So it kind of doesn't make sense, but I'll show you what I mean. So you're gonna have both dumbbells raised, and then one of them, you're gonna do 5 reps. 4, 5. And then you'll hold the opposite and you'll do 5 on the other side. 4, 3, 2, 1. And then you'll go back to the other side and this time you'll do 4. And you'll follow this sequence all the way down to 1. And then I like to do 10 reps with both. And done. And that's the full circuit. With this exercise, you want to try to usually drop the weight a little bit because it is very hard. But this exercise is perfect for really getting a pump and being a good finisher for your shoulder day. Okay, so that's going to conclude our workout today. Thank you for watching. And like I said before, we're going to have a lot of more exclusive content here on the Dragon channel. So comment what you would like to see next, and I'll see you soon.